Every single time that I come back into this game, it feels so great. There's just something, I don't know, something grandiose, something beautiful about Metro Exodus that makes me want to come back at least every year or so. And today I thought about its sequel that was already announced. It's confirmed that there's a sequel coming to this game, to Metro Exodus, and I don't know, the potential for this is already huge because Metro Exodus is already so much ahead of its time. Everything feel and look really good. I really don't know how the developers created all of this. Each time that I don't know, each sequence feels like a E3 demo. You know that demo that you see at each E3 conference that feels like it's a movie and not reality? Well, this game, Metro Exodus, feels like that on every sequence, even if you don't want it to. The game's DLCs has completely different stories with new weapons, new creatures that we've never seen before, new environments that all have their stories to tell, and you can explore all of them. What I admire in such a game, and pretty much every game that has it, is the atmosphere and world building. Every single part of the world has elements that makes you wonder how they created such a detailed and alive sandbox. And I'm not simply talking about the graphical details, but how you feel like you're there and how everything is alive, even though you're in a barren desert that has no life in it. The nuclear post-apocalypse has never looked so realistic. Every part of the sandbox that you're in, with each chapter, you have the desert, you have the autumn, summer, winter, completely different environments in each chapter. There's just so much secrets to discover. You can find random houses in the middle of nowhere with dead people in it writing notes on how they live their life. You can find Easter eggs, some bosses to fight, and all the bosses are completely different than the last Metro games with Metro 2033 and Metro Last Light. These bosses are from the outside world, not the Metro. So you have a ton of varied, very weird monsters to fight sometimes, with each locations being very different than the other. This game, in my opinion, definitely took the post-apocalyptic genre to brand new standards, while also of course enhancing and making better what was hated from it. The textures are all photorealistic, the faces of each person are way beyond what is seen in normal games of today, in my opinion, and the animations are fluid and all feel smooth. Also, the lightning is absolutely crazy and look even better than real life. Each weapon has a different weight and different damage to it. They all feel really powerful and distinct. So when you have to choose a maximum of 3 weapons when going out in the open world in your inventory, you have to think about it a lot because each location that you're in brings different difficulties. With Exodus' take on the semi-open world feature, it just changed everything from previous games. You're not stuck in the linear path anymore, and you're now focusing on a story that's put in front of you, but also lets you explore some lore around it with side missions. It's exactly the kind of world that I like. So many open world games today feels like you're grinding and grinding to finish every mission, and there's not much story to tell besides finishing the mission and getting a new item or some money, for example. But Metro Exodus side missions and pretty much every mission feels like its own thing. There's nothing grindy here, and that's perfect. If you're not out in the world exploring everything, you can also go up in the train and have discussions with others, play guitar, play little games with passengers, find postcards, and so much. There's just so much heart and soul put into everything here. It's really nice to see. I'm always really wondering where they'll go with the new game they're making and how everything looks. I mean, I don't think it can look better graphically than this. And there's also gonna be a multiplayer element to it, so I'm hoping for co-op exploration.
Press 3, roger that, sir.
Good. Don't leave me here, man! There's lots of fucking wolves here!
For more on underrated games, make sure you guys support and subscribe.